Hello, and welcome to this episode of Home Entertainment. I'm Samantha Diehl. Today I'm here with Victor Wallace, who is playing Sam Carmichael in the smash hit musical Mamma Mia, based on the songs by the band ABBA. Victor, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So, I love Mamma Mia. I've never seen the musical, but I'm a fan of the movie, love the songs. But for those who aren't familiar, do you give us a brief summary of the show?
Oh gosh, okay. Well, what's the tagline? A mother, a daughter, and three possible dads, and a walk down the aisle you'll never forget. But to expand on that, it's about a young girl who is about to get married, and it's always been her dream to have her father walk her down the aisle. And but unfortunately, she grew up not knowing who her father was or is. And so, in her quest to discover who that may be, she steals her mother's diary and she narrows it down to three possible men. So she secretly invites these men to attend her wedding, unbeknownst to her mother. And so you can imagine when these three men arrive, all chaos unleashes.
Yep.
So that's your basic premise. I don't want to go any further because then I don't want to give any spoilers.
Exactly. Before we get into more questions about Mamma Mia, why don't you tell me a little bit about your background, where you studied, maybe some past work you've done?
Sure. Well, I'm an actor singer. I've been doing it pretty much ever since I can remember. I grew up in southeastern Wisconsin, so just on the other side of the lake.
Yep.
And I did school plays and community theater growing up. I actually went to a theater arts camp in upstate Michigan,
Okay.
in
Cool.
Interlochen Arts Camp when I was younger. And when I went there, I kind of decided, gosh, this is kind of what I want to do with my life. I think I'm going to try this crazy career of being an actor. And from there, I went on to study musical theater in upstate New York at Ithaca College. And I got my Bachelor of Fine Arts in Musical Theater there. And then I just went out into the world, and I've worked at theme parks, and I've done cruise ships. I've done a lot of regional theater. I've dabbled in film and television, and what else? I mean, I've toured with the Phantom of the Opera and Les Mis, and of course, Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia is a show that has come in and out of my life several times, and so it holds a very special place in my heart.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that kind of sums up my career. There's been a lot of ups and downs, but I've been very fortunate to make a living doing it.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. How
Yeah.
many times now have you been involved with Mamma Mia?
This would probably be I mean, it's hard to count. I guess this is probably like the third or fourth time I've come back to the show. And each time I've done the show, it's actually been for a good period of time. So I definitely have a lot of ABBA in my life.
That's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. And oddly enough, I never get tired of the music. There's something about ABBA that just I don't know, it just brings joy.
Yeah, and even if people aren't familiar with the band, I think they would hear the songs and realize that they have heard them before without realizing what it even was.
Oh, that's absolutely true. I mean, it's in our culture. You go to the grocery store and it's playing on the radio. It's
Mhm.
people don't realize how all the music that it's so popular. I mean, I think there was even a skit on Saturday Night Live just before Christmas, making fun of ABBA.
Yep.
So it's completely still in our culture, and young kids know the music.
That's awesome. I got a karaoke machine for Christmas one year when I was like 7, and I remember Dancing Queen was the song I would sing all the time. My parents were probably tired of it.
Oh, I never get tired of Dancing Queen.
Well, you play Sam Carmichael, who is one of the 3 potential fathers to Sophie. And
Mhm.
for those who have seen the movie, that is Pierce Brosnan's character.
Yes.
Can you give me a little bit more information about the character of Sam?
Sam is a very successful architect from the States, probably New York. Um, and, you know, 21 years ago, he met Donna, who is the mother of the bride. And they met in Greece, and they had just this wild romance, call it a whirlwind romance. And but unfortunately, 21 years ago, Sam was already engaged to someone else back home. Uh, so he kind of had to put an end to the relationship and go back home and honor his commitment.
Mhm.
And fast forward 21 years later, and perhaps maybe he made the wrong decision, and he's going to find out. Maybe is she the one that got away?
Mhm. Exactly.
Yeah.
Um, how similar is the musical to the movie? Because I saw Pretty Woman, the musical, last year, and I had only
Hmm.
ever seen the movie, and the musical was actually quite a bit different, and there were some additional elements that weren't there. Is that the same for Mamma Mia, or is it pretty true to
I
the
would
original?
say I would say the movie is pretty pretty close and true to the original stage production. There definitely are a few additions, or some songs are cut. Like I don't think Pierce sings "Knowing Me, Knowing You" in the movie, and maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, maybe.
um, but there maybe the order has changed a little bit in the movie. So if you've never seen like you said, you've seen the movie, but you've never seen the stage show.
Hmm.
Um, so some things are going to be a little out of order that you're used to maybe from the movie, but the essence and the story and the plot, it's pretty true to that same story. And I mean, the great thing is I mean, I did the show before the movie even came out,
Hmm.
and now having done it since the movie came out, I'm amazed at how much young people just know the story and know the show and know the songs, and I just feel like there's even more of an excitement from the audience doing the show than there ever was doing it 20 years ago. Like the first time I did the show was back in 2003. I did the original sit down production in Las Vegas at the Mandalay Bay Casino. And I actually played the younger role, Sky, who was getting married to Sophie, the young bride. So I've grown up with this show as well.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah,
Just all through
yeah,
the years.
yeah. The show has been really good to me, and the people behind the show, the creatives, they've always been really good to me. So it's always been a great production to come back to. So it's I feel very, very fortunate for sure.
I get to go see it on opening night, so I'm very excited.
Fantastic,
Yes.
fantastic. I can't believe you've never seen the stage show.
I know. I don't know how I haven't. I've grown up around musicals my whole life. I've seen a lot, and I don't know, just Mamma Mia has slipped by.
I think, well, you're gonna have a good time for
Yeah.
sure.
It's gonna be tough not to sing along because I'm gonna just be
That's all
like
right though.
quietly in my seat.
Probably you'll probably be sitting next to people who do sing along. So,
Perfect. Do you have a favorite scene from the show?
um, ah, gosh, that's a hard question. I mean, I do love the first scene with when I come on with the other two dads, it's a fun back and forth between the three of us, and they're such great guys and they're so talented. So that's a lot of fun. But it's also, I mean, working with our Donna, Christine Cheryl, she's fantastic. So, doing scenes with her, singing SOS, and then when she sings Winner Takes It All. I mean, it's hard to pick a favorite.
Yeah. Well, those are good moments though.
Yeah.
All right. Let's say someone has no idea what Mamma Mia is. What would you want them to take away from the show?
Well, you know what? Generally speaking, it's about love and laughter and good friendships and family, forgiveness. I mean, it's really, when it comes down to it, it is a guilty pleasure because you're adding in the music of ABBA.
Mhm.
And I don't know, if you just need some joy in your life, it's the perfect remedy. Like you cannot possibly walk out of the show feeling sad. There's just, I think it's the perfect thing. I mean, that's what theater's for sometimes, is to have an escape. And I think that's what Mamma Mia does for sure. It spreads joy.
Mhm. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to share about the show yourself that maybe we didn't touch on before we wrap up?
Um, I just think if anybody hasn't seen the show before, like yourself, or if somebody's on the fence trying to decide whether or not they should go see Mamma Mia, I say go for it. Also, like, get out of this cold weather and like, try to get out of these winter blues and come to the theater and have a good time. And everybody needs to see Mamma Mia at least once in their lifetime. So to see what it's all about.
Mhm. Yes, and we can pretend we're on a nice Greek island instead of the cold
Yes, absolutely.
Midwest.
Don't we wish we were all on a Greek island right now?
All right. Well, Victor, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure talking with you. I'm so excited to see the show next week and see you and the whole cast perform.
Fantastic. Look forward to meeting you.
Yes, great. And for our viewers, Mamma Mia will be running at the Wharton Center from January 16th through January 21st, and you can order your tickets at whartoncenter.com. Thank you for watching this episode of Home Entertainment, and have a great day.